What's poppin', y'all? The overdose, the OD on clout. Like, people talk about, like, yo, you gotta get on this snow. You gotta get on this booger sugar. I'm not talking about the snow bunnies, not that. And they're like, yo, it makes you feel like you're on 10. Or they're talking about, yo, you gotta get on the Addies. But DDG has proven that getting on the clout, that injection of clout, you got to heat up a spoon for that clout and inject it on some Demi Lovato. Yo, that's something else, because it's got DDG moving around like he the mob boss at Twitch. It's crazy. So this all starts. So there's this beef that went on with DDG and Lil Rodney's son, also known as Reggie, who a lot of people got acquainted with through Kai Cenat. I think he's in the Kai Cenat B house, the one with Ray and all these other guys. And this guy, a lot of people are like, yo, where'd this guy come from? Who is he? Now, I will say I do know who this guy is. Who he is? Girl He Funny. That's how I knew. I was like, oh, this is Girl He Funny. He from Baltimore. So how this all starts is this guy's ex-girlfriend, Lil Rodney's son, she's doing scams. She's doing promo scams on Cash App. So the fact that this even works is just so... Anyway... So what people will do is they'll buy promos and then they'll say, hey, Cash App me, and they'll have the person they're buying the promo from say, Cash App me $10 and I'll send you back 20, or like I'll send you back 100. And this is the dumbest thing ever, because it's like, oh, this person's got a money printer. What? But people do this, and it apparently works because they keep paying for it. So his ex did something like that. And then DDG and Lil Rodney's son was not happy about that. And he kind of calls it out. He says, like, not a good thing to do. DDG, he starts speaking on it. So he speaks on it, and this is this is what irks me about DDG, because, and this just goes to show you, and this really goes back to what Soul Illuminati said and why he washed DDG in that beef, because he's like, yo, you don't got a soul, you're just money and clout incarnate, which at one point was Rice Gum, except DDG's got some sauce to him. I can't take that away from him. He's got some sauce. Rice Gum was just money and clout incarnate. There was no sauce there. The guy had... How do you sound terrible in music with a ghostwriter giving you crazy bars? That's crazy. This god was carrying him. But anyway, DDG's like, man, it's just a promo, dog. What do you mean it's just a promo? Like, oh, he's just scamming people, but, you just got paid to promote a scam. And then he's saying, like, yo, people should know better. And Ben Dadon was also somebody that said that. And this is the problem. If someone's dumb enough to fall for something like that, shouldn't we protect them from it? It's like the U.S. government, when there's all these IRS scams, like these phone scams where people are getting scammed, old people, they're not saying like, yo, if they're dumb enough to fall for that, that's their problem. Nah, they're constantly putting out notices, they're sending out emails, they're letting you know we would never email you, we would never call you, we would never ask you for this, and they're trying to protect these people. So the fact that you think it's okay to take money, knowing that this money that you took is resulting from a scam operation that's stealing from people, you're a scumbag. That's it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But then he goes on, so he gives that statement, and then DDG goes on to talk about Lil Rodney's son in this clip. I'm gonna play you guys.
All that other shit. But I do want to say this, and I don't know if I'm overstepping or not, because I don't know his situation and what he got going on. But I noticed as a viewer of Reggie, I noticed that he slowed down a little bit. That's how it be, though. You feel me? That's how it be. So hopefully, you know what I'm saying, he replaced the time that he was spending with his girl into streaming more. These folks paying $5 a month, $7 a month. They need to see you. That's all I'm saying.
So this is what kicked it all off. So I think DDG was kind of trying to be cordial here, because he's like defending the girl, but then talking about like, yo, this guy, he's kind of saying like, yo, he kind of fell back a little bit. And I think DDG understands that, because he's been in the game for such a while, and he's fell back too. I mean, there were times where he struggled to stream or struggled to make content because of his issues with Halle Bailey. So there's that. And then Lil Rodney's son replies and calls DDG's music trash in this clip. So I'm going to play you guys that right now.
She posted Cash App scams. She got paid for a promo.
Mind your business, bro. Mind your business, gang. Focus on that trash music, man. You feel me? You feel what I'm saying? Mind your business. Say anything. Mind your business. It's not even your beef. Mind your business, gang. You 40 years old, my nigga. Mind your business. I never heard a nigga say cut on that new DDG. I never heard a nigga say cut on that new DDG. I never heard a nigga say that. Mind your business, bro. Like, you're 30.
Yo, I don't know if this guy is trolling, but this is hilarious because now I had to look up DDG's age. DDG is 27 years old. This guy's saying you're 40. Like, dog, are we jumping 13 years now? And then at the end he says you're 30. Now, somebody roasting DDG's music, I can always get behind that. Or not necessarily get behind that because there's like one or two songs that are cool, and I don't think DDG's a bad rapper. He's not for me. I'm not gonna turn on that new DDG with all due respect. Oh, that's my ball. Please take that ball and throw it into the waste paper basket. It's a paper ball that we're playing hoops with in the middle of class. That's the only ball that's getting played. Get the hell out of here. But that's my ball. I mean, I respect it from a business perspective and from his audience, but it's not for me. With that being said, this guy went in on him. And he's saying like, yo, mind your business. And I kind of get where he's coming from because it's a personal situation that he has, and they have mutual friends. So Kai Cenat, it put Lil Rodney's son on. Kai Cenat also really, really helped DDG. He helped put DDG on too. And Kai grew up on DDG. There's like a cordial relationship. So I think Lil Rodney's son is looking at it like, yo, you speaking on this situation and you trying to come for me. Like, yo, when's the last time somebody turned on your music? You're 30. And also I looked up how old this guy is. He's 21. There's 6 years between him and DDG. He acts like there's like 15. That's the crazy part with these young dudes, man. Kids be 15, 16, not this guy. And then the person be 22, and they're like, man, he old as hell. Like, dog, it's just because you were 9 6 years ago. Just wait until you turn like 22. And then 22 and 28, you're like, oh, well, it's not that big of a difference anyway. But then this is what turns DDG up. And this is hilarious. I'm going to play you guys this clip right now.
Playing with bro. Like, I don't give a what be saying, oh, he trolling, bro. He's trolling, bro. No, bro, he's not. Like, stop. Y'all gotta understand when niggas instantly jump to shit like this. Like, I done seen the clip before. You feel me? I done seen the clip of him saying some little slick shit before. But I'm like, I'm gonna just keep watching. I'm gonna keep watching.
You feel what I'm saying? Mind your business. Say anything. Mind your business. It's not even your beef. Mind your business, gang. You 40.
I tell you this, I don't give a about anything that you got going on. The clip got sent. I react to it just like everybody else did. I don't give a damn if she scammed a million. I don't give a if. I don't give a what she did. I don't know your ex, nigga. I don't even know you for real. You feel me? Like, it's like, I really don't give a You feel me? I don't. All I said was, if you dumb enough to click on the damn link when they say you get money, like you get money, you send me this and that, then you get $1 million back. It is what it is. And then I was on your side afterwards. So I just say this, Reggie. I'm not the nigga you want to do this with. I don't give a saying you trolling, whatever. I don't play like that. I'm not the nigga you want to do this with. Because I'm going to keep going, bro. Like, I don't want to do it with you. You feel me? So just don't speak on it no more. We got mutual homies and shit. Woo woo. You feel me? But you a grown ass man. Like, it ain't like you a little ass kid, bro. You a grown ass man.
If this ain't the funniest thing ever, and yeah, y'all see what he's talking about? He's talking about like, yeah, you know, if they're dumb enough to do this, then it is what it is. That whole is what it is mentality, like, yeah, if you scam them, it is what it is. Like, the hell? That's a scummy mentality to have, to be honest. And that just goes to show you, like, DDG would take damn near anything for some bread if he knows that it won't harm his clout and the bread's there. I mean, he did take bread for like some crypto scam, like a couple of weeks ago? I don't even remember, but it's just gonna come and go. That's the thing. If you told DDG, like, yo, you would get this bread, but it's gonna hurt your fan base and your perception, and it's actually going to harm your numbers, you'd be like, nah, I wouldn't do that. But it's not based on, this is kind of grimy to do. I don't need this money. But no, that's not rolling through his mind whatsoever. I will say, though, that the whole trolling thing, when you're saying outright disrespectful, outlandish stuff, I don't think that's trolling. Like, trolling has some tact to it. But this is also the thing. He's talking about, yo, I'm not the one you want to do this with. DDG wasn't talking this when it was Bruce saying gun to your head, name 5 DDG songs and bullying him 2023. DDG was talking about some, man, that was the worst year of my life. And he had his head down because the clout wasn't there. His clout meter wasn't up. But now he's talking like this boss. He's like, yo, you don't want to do this with me. We got mutual friends. Well, I mean, you stepped into the situation. Now, to be fair, the whole like, yo, mind your business. You guys are streamers. You chose to be court jesters for us. And so actually it's our business. Like, you don't have business. It's our business because your whole life's on the internet. And there are people that draw a line and they're like, nah, this is off the internet. This is on the internet and that's different. But the fans, all that stuff is on the internet, especially if it's like a relationship. Oh man, you're gonna be living life. You're gonna be living through hell. But DDG's bullying this guy. Or let me not say bullying, but the guy said DDG's music is trash. DDG's clearly offended by that, and yeah, that's really mostly what he said. He's like, yo, I've heard the slick comments before. But I agree with DDG that this stuff isn't trolling. This person actually feels that way. Just because they kind of use the humor to mask it, if it is humor at all. But then DDG's brother, Dub, replies. The guy that beat up some dude or like got into a scuffle with some dude that said, I think he said something disrespectful to DDG as well. Or I forgot the term that he said. This was like a couple weeks ago. But he goes in on Lil Rodney, so I'm gonna play you guys that clip.
It's a couple niggas you don't want to beef with, and you know, is my brother's number one, bro. My brother's number one. That's definitely somebody you don't want to beef with. So if I was Reggie, bro, I fuck with Reggie too. But if I was Reggie, bro, I just, you know, tell him like, nigga, I'm just playing. That's just my, you know what I'm saying? We all got mutual homies, bro. You know what I'm saying? And clout is crazy, bro. Reg, don't start your career like this, bro. Don't start your career like this, please.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. We might have to tap in with Halle Bailey and just make sure she get that kid. Because these guys are moving like they haven't learned a single thing. They're threatening people, saying you don't want no problems with us. They're basically outright saying like, we gonna blackball you. I was like, what the hell? Like, this type of energy, this is how you know, man. You gotta keep clout away from somebody like this if they start behaving like this. But Lil Rodney's son goes on and replies. So I'm gonna play you guys his reply, where he says, like, as a grown man.
In all honesty, I feel like niggas gotta understand, bro. Some things just be like, gang, you a grown ass man, bro. Like, why are you even worried about another man relationship? This is principle of situation. If your girl cheated on you, I'm not getting on here saying, oh my God, do y'all know that DDG and his girl got into a... I'm not doing that. So it's really just principle. But I also didn't have to say your music was ass. But you know what I'm saying? I did have to add a little bit of seasoning on the top because, hey, as a grown man though, sometimes you do gotta mind your business. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes you do gotta mind your business. Not gonna lie, gang. Me personally, I would have minded my business. That's me though. You feel what I'm saying? If a nigga think that him disagreeing with me on any topic is gonna make me go back on what I initially stood on, then that make me less of a person. Like, why am I not standing on what I'm saying? You feel me? So it's just like, I feel like if you're doing that Cash App scam, bro, that is definitely beneath a person to do, bro. Like, I don't know no other way to word it. It's like, bro, if you're doing the Cash App scam and shit, bro, it's like, bro, that's bottom of the barrel shit. Like, I don't know whatever way to explain it. And this nigga said, these were DDG exact words. Wait, where's the clip? Where the clip so I can play it? The nigga said, bro, it's just a promo. Gang, it's just another nigga's business that you're minding. You feel me? That's it, though. That's all I gotta say.
I'm gonna keep it a stack. I'm gonna keep it a buck. When I first saw some of these clips circling around, I was like, yo, this kid's tripping. Or no, I thought like, yo, DDG's just tripping. And then I thought this kid was tripping. But then I think this kid's got a point. Now, other than like the disrespect and sly remarks, which DDG probably picked up on, he's right where he's saying like, yo, that's bottom of the barrel-ish. Doing these Cash App scams, and he's gonna stand on that. And it's crazy that that's something you even have to stand on, that it's bottom of the barrel stuff. And DDG's the one that's saying, that's supposed to be the older one, that's saying like, yo, it is what it is, you know? Like, yo, it was just a promo. Like, what's wrong with that? You know, just a little bit of a promo. Like, oh my God. It's just seeing people with, it's not just bankrupt morals. It's just trying to gaslight you. It's like, wait, you think that's wrong? Like, what's wrong with you? It's just a promo. Like, nah, don't gaslight me. Like, just say, like, yeah, we gonna get this money, how we gonna get it? And just own the scumbag title. Like, at least 6ix9ine was on some, like, scum gang, I'm a rat, I'm a terrible person. I don't really like to use the term terrible person because, like, people just take something that somebody did and then cast an entire judgment about their whole personality with everybody else. But at least say, like, yo, we gonna get this money regardless. Yeah, is it scummy? It is what it is. But, like, trying to gaslight us, that's what really makes my blood boil. So this guy's talking about it like, yo, this is our business. I wouldn't be talking about your girl. So why are you talking about my ex-girl or whatever we got going on? And this is what streamers need to understand. The audience is only loyal to the content. So if the audience is saying, yo, we could get some content by showing this guy a clip of this other guy and have him react to it, and that's what they all want to see anyway, then they're going to do that. And then the streamer's going to look crazy if he doesn't address it. Like, he's live. Everybody's asking about this. The whole chat's spamming it. What is he going to do? Ban the whole chat? Come on now. But then he goes on to make a statement about the music and drag Plague Max into the situation. Like, the guy's just minding his own business, not even streaming, and he gets dragged into this. So I'm going to play you guys that clip.
But my thing is, even with DDG, like, DDG actually do numbers. So even if a nigga say DDG is a nigga can't say that he's the worst rapper. You feel me? DDG way over Max. No cap. Just for me to add a couple others in the beef. DDG way over Max. I say that. Let's just be real. DDG's way over Max for sure. You feel what I'm saying? But I don't know, gang. Like, I feel like I would burn that DDG on the song. Don't want to do that. I feel like I'd burn it on the song. Any of these, really. Any nigga want to go bar for bar or whatever nigga want to do. We can go song for song. I'll make a harder song than any of these niggas. But I'm just not going to be the nigga to take it there first. I want a nigga to diss me so we can get back. That little shit I did with Funny Mike, that's just fun and games. You feel what I'm saying? I'll really get in my bag on one of these niggas, bro. Like, niggas don't want to go diss for diss.
This is a great thing that he brought. And I don't think the guy's backtracking here, but I think he's trying to patch things up. There were some behind the scenes conversations had, and they were like, yo, look, man, we're all better together. It's better if we're all cool. But let us have this conversation because we're in my crib right now. Or you kick your feet up. Well, actually, don't kick your feet up. Shoes at the door. But let's have this conversation. Max or DDG? I will say, I think there are more Plague Max songs I like than there are DDG songs that I like. And it's just, DDG's just not somebody I'm going to listen to. I don't know why. Like, Moonwalking in Calabasas, man, I'm bumping that. But what other song is there, really? And that's the thing, like, DDG's not bad, but he's just... Like, me turning DDG on, they're right when they say, yo, who says cut on that new DDG? Who says that? I didn't even listen to I'm Geekin'. And I think his album is decent. Like, what was it? That song, Motion? Like, DDG has to have a feature for me to be like, okay. But Max, man, this is actually a close one. Because DDG's last project was not bad, to be fair. Like, he's spitting on there, but I'm talking about, like, how many times have I run that back compared to how many times I've run a couple of songs off of Plague Max's recent project. Like, Plague Max's recent project, what was I listening to? I was listening to Paid For, 7. That song's at 3 million streams. Hold up. 7 is a solo song. That's at 3 million streams. If we are to look at DDG's album, Blame the Chat, he doesn't have a single solo song that's above 1.5 million streams. So I don't know what Rodney's talking about because, hey, he's washing him in the numbers department when it comes to solo songs. And most of DDG's solo songs, and this is released not way before, but this was released May 2nd by DDG. Most of those solo songs are like 400, 500K on DDG's Blame the Chat album. Not that much. They're under 800K. And one has over 1 million. That's what I prefer. That's 1.1 million. Actually, no, 1.8 million on Pump 4. Excuse me. But Plague Max got 2.9 million, significantly less time. So I'm putting Max over DDG for the music. Hey, that's what I'm saying. Y'all can have that conversation amongst yourselves. But let me know in the comments, like, who do you think was tripping here? Was it Rodney? Was it DDG? You think DDG's ego is getting a bit too far? I think it is because, like, the whole, like, yo, you don't want to do this, especially saying it publicly. It's like, dog, what do you mean you don't want to do this? Like, who are you? Or, like, who made you the enforcer? Let me know in the comments. Like and subscribe and hit the notification bell if you enjoyed, and I'm going to see you on the next one.